Russia confirms it won't hold Zapad military exercises this year. North Korea's Kim Jong-un may meet with Putin in Russia this month. Myanmar won't be allowed to lead ASEAN in 2026. Another Russian mercenary group shows discontent with the Kremlin. UAE Eyes $7 billion gambling jackpot. Diamond prices are in free fall in one key corner of the market. India replaces India with Bharat in dinner invitation to G20 guests. Israeli foreign minister opens tour of new Arab allies with visit to Bahrain.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Wednesday, September 6th, and here are your top stories. Russia Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu announced Monday that Russia will not conduct a major military exercise known as Zapad this year. Shoigu said in Sochi, where he came for talks between the presidents of Turkey and Russia, "No, this year we have training in Ukraine." The Zapad exercise was due to take place this month. British intelligence recently stated Russia probably canceled Zapad 2023 because it had too few troops and equipment available.
Russia last staged the Zapad drills with its ally Belarus in September 2021, 5 months before its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. On December 22 last year, Chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, First Deputy Defense Minister Valery Gerasimov announced the Zapad 2023 exercise. Since 2021, Russia has conducted these strategic exercises in its western part at least once every 2 years. However, Shoigu said, "This year I decided to abandon them."
A U.S. official said on Monday that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un may travel to Russia soon to meet with President Vladimir Putin as the Kremlin tries to acquire military equipment for use in its war in Ukraine. U.S. officials aren't sure exactly where or when the meeting would take place, but the Pacific port city of Vladivostok would be a likely possibility given its relative proximity to North Korea. The U.S. expects Kim will make the trip within the month.
Citing U.S. and allied sources, who also said Kim will travel from Pyongyang again by train like his father Kim Jong-il, who famously shunned air travel, and they'd meet again in Vladivostok.
U.S. National Security Council spokeswoman Adrienne Watson noted Monday that Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu traveled to Pyongyang recently and tried to persuade North Korea to sell artillery ammunition to Russia. Shoigu said Monday that the two countries may hold joint war games. According to a lawmaker who attended a closed-door briefing with the director of South Korea's top spy agency Monday, Russia has likely proposed that North Korea participate in three-way naval exercises with China.
Southeast Asian leaders decided that Myanmar won't take over the rotating leadership of their regional bloc as scheduled in 2026. Asian diplomats and a leader said on Tuesday that the Philippines agreed to take over the regional bloc's chairmanship in 2026 at the ASEAN summit hosted by Indonesia. Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said in a statement, citing what he told fellow leaders in a meeting in Jakarta, "It is my pleasure to announce that the Philippines is ready to take the helm and chair ASEAN in 2026.
Two ASEAN diplomats told the Associated Press that Myanmar losing the prestigious year-long ASEAN chairmanship was related to the ongoing civil strife in the country. Western governments led by the United States have condemned the Myanmar army's ouster of Aung San Suu Kyi's democratically elected government in 2021. An official ASEAN statement issued Tuesday night confirmed the decision. The ASEAN leader's statement stressed the context of the five-point plan which Myanmar accepted in 2021 but has largely failed to implement.
Ukraine's Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar announced on August 28th that Robotyne has been liberated. In fact, just a few days earlier, fighters from Rusich, a small Russian neo-Nazi paramilitary group stationed at Robotyne's front line, had threatened to lay down their arms, a move that may have contributed to Russia's stinging loss there. Rusich explained in an August 25th statement on Telegram that the reluctance to fight was related to the group's top commander and founding member, Jan Petrovsky, being detained in Finland.
However, the Russian government was not doing much about it while Petrovsky faced extradition to Ukraine. Petrovsky, a dual Russian-Norwegian national, co-founded Rusich back in 2014 to take part in the Russian occupation of Donbass and is believed to have been a contractor for the Wagner Group at one point. He faces various terrorism-related charges in Ukraine and risks being sentenced to between 15 and 20 years in prison if he is extradited. Rusich members expressed frustration with their treatment by the Russian authorities.
想学习英文却苦恼找不到合适的学习平台吗？别担心，在Funday英语学院，不同的教室让你尽情学习。更令人兴奋的是，这里也是认识新朋友的桥梁。在校园中，你可以与其他学员一起互动交流，共同学习成长，并且轻松掌握学习记录。立即加入Funday英语学院，开始个人化的学习之旅。
After years of speculation, the United Arab Emirates is a step closer to becoming the first Gulf state to legalize casinos, a move that could eventually pull in almost $7 billion of revenue annually. The country set up a federal body chaired by gaming veteran and former chief executive officer of MGM Resorts International, Jim Murren, to regulate commercial gaming and a national lottery. Murren helped to transform MGM into the largest casino owner on the Las Vegas Strip and has over 30 years of experience.
Bloomberg reported that ever since Dubai opened its sail-shaped Burj Al Arab hotel just off its coast about 25 years ago, speculation has swirled that the bar on the top floor was planned as a casino and that gambling could be introduced in the emirate. According to Bloomberg Intelligence, the UAE could pull in as much as $6.6 billion of gaming revenue annually and eventually surpass Singapore. Kevin Mullally, who has also worked in the industry for almost 3 decades, will be CEO.
One of the world's most popular type of rough diamonds have plunged into a pricing freefall, as an increasing number of Americans choose engagement rings made from lab-grown stones instead. Bloomberg reported that 1 or 2 carat solitaire bridal ring popular in the US have experienced far sharper price drops than the rest of the market. The media said the scale and speed of the pricing collapse of one of the diamond industry's most popular products have left the market reeling.
The reason, according to industry insiders, is soaring demand for lab-grown stones. The synthetic diamond industry has paid special attention to this category, where consumers are especially price-sensitive, and the efforts are now paying off in the world's biggest diamond buyer. In June 2022, De Beers was charging about $1,400 a carat for the select makeable diamonds. By July this year, that had dropped to about $850 a carat. Select makeables are rough diamonds between 2 and 4 carats.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has replaced the name India with a Sanskrit word in dinner invitations sent to guests attending this week's Group of 20 summit, in a move that reflects his Hindu Nationalist Party effort to eliminate what is seen as colonial-era names. Indian President Draupadi Murmu is referred to as President of Bharat instead of President of India in the invitation. The nation is officially known by 2 names, India and Bharat, both domestically and internationally.
Bharat is an ancient Sanskrit word which many historians believe dates back to early Hindu texts. The word also means India in Hindi. The change in nomenclature is backed by officials of Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party. They argue that the name India was introduced by British colonials and is a symbol of slavery. The British ruled India for about 200 years until the country gained independence in 1947. Modi's government says the name changes are an effort to reclaim India's Hindu past.
Israel Foreign Minister on Sunday opened a visit to Bahrain that comes as the country marked the 3rd anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations. It was the first visit by Foreign Minister Eli Cohen to any of the 4 countries that have normalized ties with Israel under the 2020 U.S. brokered Abraham Accords. Israel's far-right government took office in December. Cohen was greeted at the airport by his Bahraini counterpart, Abdullah Latif Al-Zayani, on Monday.
Cohen had been scheduled to travel to Bahrain earlier this summer, but the visit was postponed. Israeli media have said the delay was due to a visit by Israel's ultranationalist National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir to a contested holy site in Jerusalem. Israel's ties with the Arab world have cooled under Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's new government, in large part because of its hard-line policies toward the Palestinians. The Biden administration is trying to negotiate a normalization agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia.
The answer for yesterday was D, unveiled. The Queen unveiled a plaque to mark the official opening of the hospital. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of diamond prices in freefall. Number 1, plunge, 暴跌, 骤降, 突降. Stock markets plunged at the news of the coup. Number 2, scale, 模范, 规模, 程度. They entertain on a large scale. Number 3, real, 感到震惊, 感觉心烦意乱. I was still reeling from the shock. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's it for today's Funday news. Be sure to tune into Funday news from Monday to Friday and click the link below now to join Funday for free. I'm Wade Lee, your host. I'll see you next time.